All right, man. Another wide receiver the Lions can look at via trade, along with Jarvis Landry and Calvin Ridley, is Amari Cooper. Apparently, Cowboys could be looking to move on from Amari Cooper. They made that trade. I really didn't like that for them, and the reason why, because he just don't show up in big games. Just something missing there. You know what I'm saying with Amari Cooper. But talent is there when the game ain't big. The talent is actually there. Speed coming out of breaks, route running by people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not sure how many suitors they'd be able to take up for to take Amari Cooper. If American teams don't want to use they buyers, like when people don't talk about this might be one of the greatest trades in Lions giant histories. When we traded Ward Williams, we got like 2 ones for him to go back to Texas, to Dallas Cowboys, and let's go underlook. So for Amari Cooper, good ball player, but when the moment is big, he don't show up. And then Dak Prescott, he just don't be having he just doesn't have the rapport with either CD Lamb. And I think that's part of them drafting CD Lamb was for him to take over as the number one for the Cowboys. And then I thought they really wanted, Gallup to kind of be that third guy, but I don't really think they had no intentions in paying Gallup. Now he injured, they might can bring him back on a little 1 year deal and see if they get out on come playoff time. But right now for them, Cooper is just a expensive luxury. How these guys go out here and buy these $500,000, $1 million watches and chains and all of that. It's a luxury, and then when they sell it, it ain't even worth half of what they bought it for. So should the Lions be interested in Mark Cooper? Shout out to Brad Bierman again. The article, fan sideline Lions report. It says Mark Cooper may be available soon. Should the Lions have interest in him? When the Dallas Cowboys signed wide receiver Mark Cooper to a 5-year, $100 million deal back in 2020, and that was it's a big deal. Um, they structured in a way that provides them early escape. The escape is coming now with this $20 million base salary for 2022 becoming fully guaranteed on March 20th. There has been a lot of buzz suggesting the Cowboys can make Cooper a cap casualty with the ability to clear $16 million in cap space by cutting him. He currently has some trade value as well, but it looks like more and more like cutting him will be the move for Dallas. After Michael Galekin of Dallas Morning News reported it would be an upset if the Cowboys retain Cooper for the 2022 season. ESPN Adam Schefter has reported Dallas is likely to release him by the start of the league year. So here you go. Cowboys likely to release Amari Cooper by the start of the new league year. Per league sources, Cooper is due $20 million fully guaranteed money on the fifth day of the new league year, March 20th. Jerry and Stephen Jones have been critical of Cooper, who missed games due to COVID-19 last season as an unvaccinated player. He also complained about the usage at one point. Cooper topped with 1,100 yards in his first 2 seasons in Dallas, but really fell short of lofty expectations. The Lions should have any interest in Cooper. Amari Cooper. Cooper was drafted 4th overall by Oakland Raiders in 2015. He has 5,000-yard receivers on his resume. He still won't turn 28 until June, so he's still firmly in the prime. His looming departure from Dallas is rooted in their depth at wide receiver as well as overall cap concerns going forward. And they got the Cedric Wilson. They got the best rapport with Dak too. While his name at times and his production screams number one receiver, Cooper has been up and down throughout his career. In 108 regular season games, he's registered 2 or fewer catches with acknowledgement for a few apparent injury exit 23 times, 21.3% of the times. So roughly once every 5 games, he deliver a total dud. Cooper's fantasy managers know this pain. Then there's the issue of cost. Cooper will likely be looking to recoup a fair chunk of what he would have made in Dallas if he was cut, while the Lions have the path to creating a lot more cap space. Making making an offer to Cooper will consider feels like a step too far. Cooper would be a fit in a lot of places if when Dallas cuts him, including in Detroit's certain light as they look for number one receiver. But in the big picture, everything considered, he should be an easy pass for general manager Brad Holmes. Now, um, all depend on the money, bro, and it depends on what you're gonna do in the draft. That's what it depends on. You know, here you go. You don't have to trade to get at the form. It sound like unless you want to. And that 20 million comes for guaranteed. You need in the business of paying $20 million for a wide receiver right now, not unless they Calvin Johnson like that. But um, let's say somehow later on you able to get, I don't know, Meacham or Jameson Williams, and obviously just rule them out for next year. You prep them when they come back healthy. You're able to get Cooper on a 1-year deal, I don't know, 2-year deal, $30 million. Guarantee most of it. So, and you bring back Reynolds tomorrow. I see how it work. Get a rental. See how it work. And if it don't work, that'd be, somebody always looking for a receiver. You flip the contract, or you can structure it for the way you can get rid of him. He gets some money, y'all get some money, part ways. So it's not a bad option, but it's just so fruitful. I mean, George Pickens from Georgia ran a 4.47 6.3. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times receivers hit the ground running. He would just add depth. So if you was to bring in somebody like Drake London, he would learn under him, or somebody like that. But if you did that, you're gonna play them right away. You're gonna pay them right away. You release him. You're gonna release him right here. You're gonna pay him right away. You're gonna play him right away. You expect him to produce. So I mean, you getting him is just getting him. You just expecting him to produce. And that's what you're doing. You expecting the guy to produce. I mean, he ain't old and run down. He fell short and he played 14 games and 65 yards. But most years he 1,000-yard receiver. Except for 2017. So I mean, but he don't show up in big games. But Detroit don't play in a lot of big games. And I don't think the plan is to play a lot of big games. He older, not like Calvin Ridley, where you probably gonna have to break the bank for him. But like I said, you got free agent options too. You got free agent options. You talk about wide receiver. I mean, a lot of them guys around the same age he is. So they're about around the same age he is. 28, 26, injured. And Adams 30. You know what I'm saying? Will Ferrell 20. So I mean, I can't really speak on the draft receivers. I'm gonna start breaking them down pretty soon, and what they do well, what they don't do well. Look at some scouting reports, look at some film, a little bit, and if you have to ask me him and Mike Williams, probably go with Mike Williams, but he gonna get tagged. So we're gonna have some options though. Robinson, didn't have great quarterback play, but yeah, Cooper, good ball player, bro. But don't show up in the big games. But I don't think we really plan on playing any big games, at least next season. But he's going to want security. Just for the God's sake of things, you look around the league, maybe they want to keep Aaron Rodgers happy. Put him at, get him and put him, make him number 2 next to Devontae Adams. Just look at some of the contenders. I mean, really nobody in the AFC, NFC West, South. Everybody just, without Brady being there, everybody just, searching for answers at quarterback. I mean, you're releasing what you want to go to the East. If you went to the East, like who you really going to in the East that get you the football? Jalen Hurts? I don't know, man. He got to continue to evolve as a passer. Giants, Washington, their organization in shambles. I mean, maybe you go out to LA. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you want to take that type of pay cut, but he's still in his prime, so I don't really see that happening. Can Arizona offer him some money, bro? I mean, if Kyler, don't go run off and play football, put him right next to DeAndre Hopkins, and see what happens. So I really hope I really hope it that will work out. And you just keep going. Pittsburgh got receivers. They got to bring Juju back. You know what? Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? Baltimore, bro. I mean, Sammy Watkins didn't work. You get Lamar number one next to Bateman. I think Baltimore, probably got to be. Baltimore probably got to be at the top of that list. Yeah, Baltimore probably got to be at the top of that damn list. So Baltimore, Cleveland can't get you the football. I mean, Cincinnati, they pretty set at receiver. Keep going down. Houston right now, I mean, organization in flux a little bit. Tennessee got a whole bunch of receivers. What else you got? Jacksonville, I don't know. If you're looking for the money, they probably give you some money, but that's about Indianapolis. They can get somebody to go with Pittman if they don't bring back T.Y. Hilton. So Indianapolis, but they got to find a quarterback. Buffalo, great place. I'm gonna come right back to Buffalo. Miami, they got a quarterback that we don't know if you get you the ball yet. New England, that might work for him. Mac Jones need another target. The Jets, they do need a target, but it's yet to be seen if they get somebody to football. So looking at Baltimore, Buffalo. So look, Kansas City can use him, but I don't think he want to take that pay cut. Obviously, he came from the Raiders. We got the Raiders, Broncos. They can't get him the football right now. Got to find a quarterback. Right, Chargers. If they lose Mike Williams, then obviously that's a good fit. But looking at it realistically, I don't think he's gonna take a pay cut to be with Kansas City. But Kansas City, Baltimore, and Buffalo. Buffalo's the spot for him. Stephon Diggs gonna get all the attention out wide. They're gonna play in some big games, and that's a concern. They're gonna play in some big games, and that's a concern. Him not delivering in big games, that's a concern. But Stephon Diggs, Cole Beasley in the slot gonna take some pressure off of you. As agent, who was the ball guy? Gabriel had a big game, so I don't know. Amari Cooper, for them and the edge rusher, they'd be set to go. Amari Cooper is the guy. Somebody go Gregory Rousseau on the edge. Amari Cooper, it's a great fit in Buffalo. And Baltimore, it's a great fit, for Lamar Jackson. But for Detroit, it could be a fit. You know what I'm saying? He won't, have so many great big games in Detroit. So, you're looking for number one, but I just think it's other options, younger and less expensive options. So, it's one of those things where I think, if you take an injured receiver, you sign him for a year or two, and give him for a year, give him his $20 million for a year. Meacham, who would be God, who would Meacham, whoever may be injured receiver you take, you rest him for a year, then bring him back next year. But I think, he definitely give you what you're looking for down the field. You know what I'm saying? And Amari and Josh Reynolds will stretch the field. Amari Hawkinson work the seams, work the middle of the field. It will work, but right now I'm a fan of probably taking Pickens later on, and I'm probably a fan of taking two. But I'm probably right now a fan of Pickens or one of the Ohio State guys right now. I haven't seen enough of Drake London to give an opinion, but I just think it's cheaper and less expensive options, younger options than Amari Cooper. But hey, I'm gonna say no. But let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and subscribe button. It's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase chance notifications. We go live and drop a video. Want to make a financial donation to the channel? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. All that information in the description. Appreciate the love, support. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. If you want to reach out with business question, inquiry, sponsor, video request. Appreciate the love, support.